Welcome to your daily stock market summary from MarketSnap. Markets are navigating a tricky mix of hot inflation data, a new Fed chair, and ongoing geopolitical tension, but the AI trade is still powering forward in some corners of the market. The major averages finished mixed on the day. The S&P 500 edged higher by about 0.6% to close near 7,444, while the Nasdaq climbed 1.2%, buoyed by continued strength in AI-related names. The Dow Jones slipped 0.1%, weighed down by traditional industrials and energy-sensitive names. The S&P 500 has now crossed 7,400 for the first time, but the move higher is increasingly concentrated. The Nasdaq's advance was led by semiconductor and memory chip stocks, even as some investors began to question how much longer the parabolic run can last. The biggest story of the day was the confirmation of Kevin Warsh as the next Federal Reserve Chair in a surprisingly narrow 54-45 Senate vote. Warsh takes over at a time when inflation is re-accelerating, with both CPI and PPI coming in hotter than expected. Wholesale prices jumped 1.4% in April, the biggest monthly gain since 2022, and the annual PPI hit 6%. That pushed 30-year mortgage rates to their highest level since March at 6.57%. On the positive side, several large-cap names delivered strong moves. Advanced Micro Devices rose more than 3%, Intel gained nearly 5%, and Lumentum jumped over 8% as AI infrastructure spending continued to support the semiconductor complex. On the flip side, Tesla fell more than 5% amid ongoing concerns about demand and competition, while ASML and GE Aerospace also posted notable declines. Among the most active names, Nvidia held relatively steady despite the broader rotation, while Palantir and Micron continued to attract momentum-driven buying. Looking at the week, names like Garmin and Lumentum led the large-cap gainers, while Genuine Parts and Rivian were among the biggest decliners. Industrials and consumer cyclical stocks led sector performance on the week, while healthcare lagged. The bigger picture for long-term investors is that the U.S. equity market remains the dominant destination for capital, even as valuations in the AI trade stretch higher and inflation pressures re-emerge. Earnings season is still delivering results, and next week brings reports from several high-profile names, including Walmart and Home Depot. Those prints will give us a clearer read on whether consumer spending is holding up amid higher prices at the pump and grocery store. You can find exclusive earnings transcript summaries on MarketSnap. For long-term investors, the key is staying disciplined. The AI build-out is real and multi-year, but concentration risk is rising. A barbell approach, balancing high-growth tech exposure with more defensive or value-oriented holdings, continues to make sense in this environment. That's a wrap for today's stock market summary from MarketSnap. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a daily update. For deeper company analysis, check out our full SWOT reports and earnings breakdowns on the platform. See you tomorrow.